everyone. Toby here with SmartMoving. I've got Bill here with me as well. We're going to talk about the company a little bit. It's been an exciting year so far. We've had 4 new product launches: Smart Insights, Smart Scout, Smart ORM, and Smart Marketing. So the company is really growing this year. A lot of exciting things happening. It's been, I think, our best year ever.
Yeah.
So far. And so I want to take a little time today. I think everyone may have seen the announcement, but I have turned over the reins to Bill as CEO and want to introduce Bill and let him speak a little bit today and introduce himself as well. So, Bill?
Yeah, excited to meet everybody. I have worked at SmartMoving for the past 3 years as our CFO and COO, but frankly, I haven't met a lot of our customers yet. And so I'm really excited to do that going forward. I have worked side by side with Toby, sort of helping with strategy as our CFO, all of our financial works, all of our analytics, doing a lot of like our industry strategic work. And so I'm really excited to try to step into the role that Toby has played very, very well for so long. And so really excited to work with you all.
I think this change is going to be great for our end customers. I think their point of contact is not going to change. The team is not changing. I think what this is going to mean for the end customers is I'll be able to spend more time out in the field with customers. I was just at the conference recently, got to touch base with a lot of our movers. And so I think, this is going to allow us to scale faster. But overall, as far as our end customer goes, I think this is going to be a net positive, and their contacts aren't going to change at all. So from the customer's perspective, I don't really anticipate any changes whatsoever. I think we'll see us maybe more of me at conferences, and Bill's going to take over the daily operations of the company.
Yeah, and like from my perspective, like having been here for 3 years, like our strategy's not going to change.
Exactly.
Right, like we have been doing what both Toby and I think is the right thing to do for the last 3 years. The only change, and hopefully this is good news for our customers, is we have spent a lot of the last year adding new products, which we think are super valuable. They're going to do great things for our movers and help their businesses. But we are going to try to double down on our core, right? Do more work to help people with commercial moves, scripted inventory. Like that's where we want to double down. So our pace of product innovation is not going to slow down. But we're going to try to double down on what we're already doing, really listen to our movers and our customers and do even more to help there.
And we've really spent a lot of time this year having our product teams and engineering teams actually visit and go on site, ride along with trucks, see dispatch in the morning. Keith, our head of products, has been great. We've got a really fantastic product and engineering team. Matt, our CTO, is, my co-founder, is still running engineering. And so we're accelerating, I think, what we're doing, really focusing on how we solve real world problems for movers and how we make them more profitable.
Yeah, and we talked about bringing our success team on those meetings too.
Exactly, yeah.
So getting more as integrated as we can to listen.
Exactly.
How excited are you to hand off the stuff you don't like doing to me?
Oh, I'm super excited for that. Super excited. Yes. I mean, for me, I think the biggest change for me is really letting me focus on the things I like to do and things I love to do and what I did early on, which is talk to customers, be involved in the product, just really strategize on how we can, make movers' lives better and let them live a better life. And so for me, I'll be able to spend more time doing that. And I have, no qualms about it. I'm glad to let go of the daily operations. Bill's great at that. He has been great at that for years now. And so I think that's really, it's going to let me really do more of the things I love, which is be out in the field talking to customers.
One thing I've learned, and this has been different working here than it was at any of my prior companies. I've worked for software companies selling B2B everywhere, or B2B or B2C early on, everywhere I've been. But Toby's passion for his customer base is way more than anywhere I've ever worked. And it is that is the inspirational force that drives everything we do here. Obsessing over our customers. We do that better than anywhere I have worked, and it is the ethos here and the part I don't want to lose. So that's been a big learning experience for me. How do you set that example from top down? Honestly, one of the biggest things I've learned is just how much more complicated it is to run a really good moving business. It really is an art of sort of logistics and managing people and being really good at marketing and managing your profitability. And there's so many parts. It's so hard. We built our platform to be really customizable, but you need it because everyone does stuff slightly different ways. So the balance for us of doing that so we are customizable, but it's not confusing is really hard. It is really hard to build this core software that meets everyone's needs, but also does it in a way that's not confusing. Like it's really hard. So like we're up for the challenge. Like we're excited about it, but that's like the biggest thing. Like you think, oh, this isn't going to be that hard. It's really hard.
And when I started the company, I remember telling my wife, "It's moving. How hard can that be?" And yeah, the first time I saw it, 400 in tariff and all those things, I thought, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? So that's the challenge is taking a very, I think, complicated process, the complicated industry, and making it seem easy and simple. That's really where the trick comes in.
I feel like no one wants to hear this, but like core values is a big part of it. Like our number one core value of obsessing over the customer is the biggest part of that, how we don't lose touch with our customers, right? And so Toby mentioned this a second ago, but like Keith and his team and Matt's team going and meeting with movers, taking our customer success team with them, we're building up customer success even more, so we can talk to those customers more, but serve them better and have basically fewer customers per customer success member, right? So we're trying to build that team up so we can do better there. And so like it's weird, like that's the one thing I don't worry about. Like again, I think that comes from Toby, because our DNA is so ingrained in talking to the customer that it, like trying to change that, who would, right? But like you would never want to change that. Like that's exactly who we are and who we're going to be.
I think the biggest piece of advice I would have, and I've talked to hundreds of movers, is really, instill a good culture, like have core values, which we have here, so you can have that as always your guiding light as you make decisions for the business. Build a team and a culture. The people run the business, and the people are, you've got really good people. I know that here, like you've got really good people. It makes things much easier. And so I think sometimes that gets overlooked. People get in the daily grind and just really, have a culture, have core values, build a great team, and I think good things will happen.
Yeah, I think that's right. Like the little quote I always use with my kids, actually I read this somewhere, was it's better to be kind than to be right. And that's easier to say as a parent to your kids, right? But I take that in business as like more of an empathy, right? Like think about everything your customer is going through. Think about everything your team member is going through and trying to get it done, and then help them get better. And so like that sort of empathetic, like how do we help our movers do better, is the kind of thing that I like to role model. I know my quote there isn't a perfect analogy, but that is sort of how that's like the number one thing for me. So I love the fact that like our number one value of obsessing over movers fits in with them. Right? Like try to help them with their problem, understand what they're trying to accomplish, and help them do it better. So anybody ever wants to talk to me, like I am always happy to talk to customers. I haven't done as much of it as Toby has. I did not build this business from scratch. But would love to talk to our customers more. And so you'll see me outbound doing that some, like, well, I'll email y'all and try to get in touch with you. But if anyone ever wants to talk to me, the CEO at SmartMoving.com email address works.
Anyone wants to get a hold of me, they've got my email address still. A lot of people still have my cell phone number as well. So yeah, keep the feedback coming, and we're looking forward to a strong close of the year and kick things off next year. So with that, let's keep on moving.
More to come. Let's go. Let's get moving.